Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Eward. We are excited to bring you this NFL Divisional Round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases that super...
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. There he goes on the right side. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations.
Williams to throw on first. That's complete. Cole Kmet. He hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover it.
That one gains 7. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
The left side is hauled in by Loveland. We're the top dog for the upcoming postseason, and we all know that is so important, Brock, because it's going to give their injured guys that extra week of recovery as they try to get back out there for a postseason run.
Yeah, Kate, here's now the key. With that #1 seed and that bye week secured in your pocket, you just do not want to add anybody to that injured list. And if that extra week of rest can help somebody, anybody, get back out there, what a lift for the postseason.
We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They start out with 3rd and 4. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. Keyshawn Nixon returning this for the Packers. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Alfonso Dunze running the slant. Space on the right, he's got room. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears
coaches, they demand of their QBs to put it right on the money.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Devin Duvernay to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Williams set to pass. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They run with Swift. And who's going to work ahead for a couple here? It's 3rd down now. Third and long for him here. Odunze's got it right side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their... Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
I'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. Has the connection to Odunze. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Here's Williams again. And there's a catch for Luther Burden. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. On the carry, it's Swift. He's going to bring this down to their 35. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Now Williams. To the middle, Loveland hauls it in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And you just get the play off. That one connects. And they are going to have first and goal when we begin our fourth quarter. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. It's Bears football. They just need to close this quarter out, and they're on to the next round. All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. What is up? They'll try to run it with Swift. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be third and goal. To throw, Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears now lead by 10. It's our All the Dudes a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
That's just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called,
first down, Williams to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. 40! Again, he's got room. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears likely locked up the win right there. It's our All the Dudes a touchdown. His third through the air this game. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also
out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. On the give, it's Swift. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's good. 4 on Bears. First down. First and 10 at the
really 2 elements needed to hit big on this play, Kate. Number 1, you got to sell it. Right? You really got to sell and get that defense moving. And then secondly, you got to execute. You got to get a body on a body so that running back can get loose.
First down, they're sticking with Swift. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Short pass brought in. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Running with Swift out of the gun. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
Ready to run!
Setting him on the dive. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
Ready to run!
Running for it, it's Swift. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, two sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to try and backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. For an easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. Santos' kick is good. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate.
Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners, as we say so long from Chicago.